At this time, I'd like to ask Victor Sardillo to come up.
Some of you know who I am, some don't. So I'm going to tell you why I was asked to speak here. First of all, I am a member of this company, but I'm not a firefighting member of this company. My area of expertise is fire prevention and fire protection. I was the first registered fire protection engineer in the state of Massachusetts, lifetime member of the National Fire Protection Association, was dean of the fire science program at Middlesex Community College, and ran the property division for Chubb Insurance Company for 37 years, which is a $30 billion US-based, was a US-based company. Like all the other companies, they're leaving the country, and now they're no longer a US-based company. But that's another story. I have been involved with fire departments for most of my life, and I got to tell you, one of the reasons I decided to build my retirement home, which is under construction right now here in Lake Area, is because not only is this a community of great beauty and natural resources, but it's a community of amazing spirit and volunteerism. I knew, as a retiree, that I could count on volunteers like you to protect my property and hopefully not need to, but save my life if that happens. But what I want to tell you today is why you add so much more value than you think you do to this community. I used to teach a course for the American, well, it's now VERARIST, for the Insurance Services Association. As many of you know, they rate municipalities' fire departments. And they rank you from 1 to 10. You guys are rated as a 4. That's an amazing rating for a volunteer fire department, especially for a self-funding volunteer fire department. As mayor of a community of 16,000 in Warren Township, New Jersey, although I have a Boston accent, you may notice, as mayor, I give an average of about $1 million a year to support that organization. And they're great people. $1 million a year from the municipality. I just bought a Quint. The Quint's going to be delivered next year, but I bought it at $850,000. Some of you may know what a Quint is. A Quint is a combination engine and ladder truck. We just bought that 2-3 years ago. We bought a ladder truck. We support them tremendously. But what do we get back? Well, they're a class 4 town E2. So you're equivalent, self-funding, for the same rating as I get in my municipality for the investment I have. But if I didn't invest in that, if they weren't volunteer firefighters, if they didn't need the equipment to make them safe and to protect the community, and I had to pay for a full-time fire department like some of the surrounding communities, I'd be paying over $3 million a year. So what does an ISO community mean to you? An ISO community means you are rated in the top 25% in the country of fire departments. That's amazing for what a volunteer fire department does. So what does that mean for the guy who owns a home or the woman who owns a home? You're saving them, based on that rating, almost $100 a year on their insurance. Think about all the numbers of buildings and homes. Think of the businesses. If you're saving a home $100,000, you're saving businesses a lot more than that. So everybody should be somehow contributing to what you do, because it's the right thing to do. And I just want to say, Dave, you do a fantastic job as a chief. I know Dave very well. We have coffee every once in a while. And I know many of you, and I know that the heart you put in, the dedication you put to this organization. And as a current property owner and a future retiree and resident, thank you all very much. David?
At this time, I'd like to ask our company chaplain, Wilbur Black, to come up. Wilbur is a good friend of mine, a good friend of the company's. He's been going through some health issues with his cancer. We're so pleased that Wilbur could join us today. He's also the president of this organization. And it's important to me that the company is grounded not only with our young people, but all through the fact, Wilbur said to me many times over the years, he's like, I don't know what I bring to the table. I said, Wilbur, you bring experience to the table, and that's what we need. We need that. You don't run out and fight the fires anymore, but you remember the things that we have to do as an organization. And that's the key. The key is the people. You know, to talk about apparatus, if it was possible, you could have all the money in the world. It's not going to make you a better fire department. It's not going to make you a better sports team. It's not going to make you a better business. If your people don't care, if you don't take care of the people that are in your organization, we're fortunate to have a lot of people in this company because they want to be here. And I tell people when they join, this isn't for everybody. We want to train hard, we want to work hard, we want to be the guys when we go to a company, you can count on us. We're over here in a little corner of the township, and there has to be, we're surrounded by fire companies. There are a lot of fire companies all around the area. So I say, fellas, there's got to be something different about us that's going to make us be a resource to our mutual aid companies, to where they say, these guys come, they're going to be prepared, they're going to have their gear on right, they're going to have good equipment, they're going to go to work, they're not going to give us a bunch of lip, and they're going to go home. That's going to set you apart from somebody else. If you want to be the 5%ers out there that want to stand around and take Facebook pictures and shoot the crap in the yard, there's the door. You need to go join the dart league or do what. Nothing against anyone who plays darts. I'm just saying this organization might not be for you. So a little bit of a tough outlook, but that's just how it is. We're in a serious business, folks. It's life and death. It's not about, well, we're going to go there and do the best we can. Yeah, we want to do the best we can, absolutely. But the public has a right to a certain level of an expectation of service. And it's no longer good enough to just be, well, we did the best we could. You have to know. You need to train. You need to invest the time. You need to have the equipment. And if you're not willing to do that, then there's the door. And it's just how it has to be. And it works. It does work. But it has to go from the top all the way to the bottom with the kind of professionalism that you want in a company. I'm pleased to announce my friend Wilbur to do our dedication and stuff.
A couple guys said you got their player coming in from John. Well, I put this on today because I'm very proud of Wilbur. I joined this company back in September 1967. Been active most of my life in this company. Through old people, new people that I met Dave a few years ago. We have become friends. We talked a little bit this morning about what God has done for us. God has blessed this company. I retired a few years ago, was the pastor of the church. I know what God can do for people. But God has kept us safe. We've not had any real dangerous people, dangerous hurts to people fighting fire from this company. Other people have. But we bless God, we thank God, a beautiful, wonderful, creative God that we need to remember, we need to bless. And He does give us the strength that we need to carry on and do the things that we do. I thank Dave for keeping me busy. I would like to retire, but he said I can't, he won't let me retire. So he's got to put up with it. But I'm here today to praise God and help you people. We'll do the same thing. Bless Him. God is worthy to be praised. Now, as we come together this day, there's a special meeting, the dedication of this fire truck. We have worked hard. We have had old equipment, used equipment, almost worn out equipment for years. And I feel real good to be able to say, yes, I was one of the people that voted that we can have a new fire truck if we get the money to do it. So we got it. And I thank you people for just getting it. Sandy, I think you do. But this day, this year, this time, in the presence of you people, and the chief, the fire company, fire people from all over, I want to thank everybody for firefighters. And I want to thank the people that are here. And then today we dedicate this fire truck to the memory of people that were here, to the people that are now fighting fire, to the people that will continue to fight fires with this truck. And this truck is here to use the purpose it was made for, to help protect and save property and life. And that truck, the people working on it, they spent time to train it. They are ready to take this truck and make it do what it was built to do. And I'm very glad to see it here. It just makes me feel so glad, so happy, so proud to be a part of this company. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our program. Stay with us. We have, for refreshments back there, we've got some games and face painting for the kids. And just stay and shoot the breeze and fellowship. Take a look at the truck and thank you for joining us. We appreciate it very much. Thank you.